Hi, mermaids. Mermaid Serena here. And today we're going to talk about mermaid reproduction and mermaid babies. So, how does a Mako mermaid, specifically Mako mermaids here, how does a Mako mermaid have merbabies or merman babies? People still don't know. I've tried researching the Mako Mermaid Reproduction from the H2O fan base, and they don't give a clear. They call them hatchlings, so it kind of gives the interpretation that they come from eggs. But no one knows. Like, no one knows how the hatchlings come about or whatever. So, this is my spin on it. So this is how it is. Okay. When a male, in this video, specifically for 18 plus, okay, no kids watching this, because I don't want to get busted by parents all over YouTube. So, this is an adult channel, strictly. Keep saying that, and I'm going to keep saying that. So, mermaid reproduction. Mako mermaid reproduction. How does it? So, when a merman and a mermaid want children, they basically do what other people or beings do. They have sex. And they reproduce, basically. So, basically, the male merman's genitalia is basically inside of himself, inside his tail, whereas basically the whole mermaid reproduction is all the genitalia is inside the tail. So, inside of the tail, basically. So, the males, you won't see a male merman with his wee hanging out of his tail, no. Like in the art, no. That's not how it works. Basically, it's all inside, like a dolphin. It's basically like dolphin reproduction, basically. And so, when a male merman wants to have, you know what, with a female mermaid, he the thing goes out of his tail, and there's like a slit of scales behind the female mermaid's tail, which is like the vaginal opening, and he puts his wee in there, and basically they have sex, and they reproduce, and the female mermaid's pregnant. Yippee. And then it is 9 months for the whole cycle to begin, but instead of a baby growing inside of a Mako mermaid lays eggs just like fish. So the eggs, the belly is going to stay the same, or it's going to be the same size as any other pregnancy. It's not going to get totally big with how many eggs she's going to have. No. She would explode. I think the eggs are like small, like probably about like, when they get about like this big, she starts to lay them. And then they grow as the nest keeps them warm. And how the nest is made, after she lays her eggs, after about probably 4, and this is when she's in the ocean, okay? This is not when she's on land. If she's on land, it's going to take a typical 9 months, and it's going to be lesser babies, probably around like 3 at the most. It's not going to be quadruplets or whatever, so that's out of the question. Mermaids, when they're on land, only have 3 total if they even have three. One or two is most likely. Three kind of rare. And this is when they're on land, because when they're on land, they're not in their natural habitat, so they don't get the same adaptation of reproductiveness as when they're in the water, because water is more fluent. So, when they're in the water and they're mermaids and they're living in the water, about 4 months prior to the pregnancy, they start to lay their eggs, which are, again, about like this big. Like that big. And they lay them in a nest, and this is about like 900,000 eggs in a nest. And they get help from their merman lover, and they make the nest. And when she needs to go and get food, because it's the mermaid's job to get food and hunt, some would say that it's the merman's job, but no, the mom provides for the family, and the father stays and watches over the children. So, if you ever seen Finding Nemo, the father's left watching all the eggs while the mother is looking for food. So yeah, it's like Finding Nemo, basically. But we all know how that ended up, because I'm gonna get to that in a minute. There are predators that go after the eggs. There are some predators to be watchful for. The major predator of the eggs is the Mako shark. The Mako sharks. The Mako sharks, sorry. Not Mako sharks. Sharks. Mako sharks have a crazy sensation when they smell mermaid eggs, the Mako mermaid eggs. And they get an incredible hunger for it that is insane. If a merman is not protecting the eggs, and if the mermaid is left all alone, high risk. If you don't have a merman protecting your eggs, you're shit out of luck. Basically, the mother would get eaten, the whole babies would get eaten, the whole thing. But the merman is likely to protect the babies and the mother, or even the babies, because he has the trident or a moon ring right here. And they can blast, use their powers basically to protect the babies against the Mako sharks. Mako sharks are the main predators against these babies. They smell the babies' eggs and they get a hunger for them. It's they're basically half human, so that's why it's half human, half fish, both their favorite bloodlust. So combined together, it's an insatiable bloodlust. They can't help but eat them. So the merman goes hunting himself. When the mom mermaid comes back, when he sees that there's a threat, he quickly gets the mom mermaid, gets whatever food they have that she's gathered, goes and protects the baby. He gathers all the male mermen and go fight the Mako sharks to protect all the mermaids' babies. If they're in a pod. If they're alone, basically they're shit out of luck. If there's one mermaid and one merman, they're basically shit out of luck. They're all gonna die. But that's just the natural order of life, basically. This is why you gotta think really hard if you wanna be a mermaid or not. Mermaid or merman or not. And you gotta train super hard. You gotta train your powers. I would suggest spending most of your time on land. I know it's hard. I know that walking on land can be a bitch sometimes and the pain is insufferable. But once you get adapted, I've lived on land most of my life, so I think I'm ready to live in the ocean. But it's also wise to study about the ocean that you're gonna live in prior to going into that ocean. So It's not like I'm going to go to Australia when I get there. I'm going to jump in the ocean and live there for the rest of my life. No, I'm going to buy a motel or hotel or something, study my habitat that surrounds me, get used to the food, get used to everything, get used to living there, and eventually, once I feel ready, go into the ocean, take a little dip. So, yeah. And I got some major good news. I've been keeping this for a while, and I think I mentioned it before. I'm still pregnant. And this is the reason why I wanted to do the mermaid spell too. And the reason that it's working. My whole, like, reproductive area hurts, like, on the side and everything, like, it just hurts so bad today. Even my tailbone hurts, so if you're transgender, it's going to be the hardest transformation ever, because you're just going to hurt all over, basically. Everything's changing about you. So, that's my little tidbit on mermaid reproduction and mermaid babies and everything. Once they're fully grown, they need to be with their mother until at least 3 years. And then they can swim about with their mermaid friends and everything. They go to mermaid school, everything, and they learn about their ocean and their magic and everything. So, yeah. And then once they hit their teens, they have to guard the moon pool of Mako Island, which I'm still going to find. I'm going to find Mako Island. I'm going to find that moon pool, and I'm going to prove that it's real. Or not. I'm going to protect our secret, but I think it's good that it's staying hidden. I wouldn't want to divulge the secret, but it's tempting. But, yeah, I'm just going to keep the secret. But, I believe Mako Island's real. I believe that mermaids are real. If you think I'm crazy and this isn't for you, then I don't know what to say about that, but all I have to say is you're a B word and I don't give a shit. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on mermaid babies and mermaid reproduction. So, yeah, it's just like any other. It's a little different. Basically the same. Little different though. But yeah. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, if you want to see fairy videos, I still am hesitant to make more fairy videos. I just want to focus on this mermaid transformation first and see where it gets me, and I think it's really going to work. And I'm probably not going to make any more videos on fairies and stuff, but I am going to make videos on mermaid stuff, definitely, and witch stuff majorly, because I'm a sea witch and a mermaid. So witch and fairy stuff. I mean, bleh, witch and mermaid stuff. So I'm just, fairy thing is not really my thing anymore. So if you do want to see those videos, I'm sorry, but it just didn't work out for me. If it worked out for you, that's good, and tell me what I did wrong. But, and if you made alterations to my spells and it's worked for you, that's good for you. Tell me what I did wrong, and then we would keep in touch. But, I'm just not gonna do the fairy thing anymore. So, I just want to be a mermaid and swim free. Alright. Facing wild and free, 'cause I'm no ordinary girl. I'm from the deep blue underworld. Let me see, I got the power if I just believe. 'cause I'm no ordinary girl. I'm from the deep blue underworld. Let me see, the world's my oyster. In this town, I'm no ordinary girl. Bye.